Hello, and welcome to the Daily Political Tarot and Astrology here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you for being here. I am here literally every single day of the year to take your political questions out of the chat. Just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. We have epic troll slayers who have kept us safe for years. Thank you. And we have got a fantastic community because of you. You have been so kind to each other and so kind to me. Thank you. And if you're watching on replay, hello. You can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed there. I timestamped them as I go, so you can pick and choose what you're interested in, or you can watch back on a higher speed, or whatever works best for you. So, hello. Guess what? The news is bonkers banana pants. Surprise. Anyway. Oh yeah, I mean, we've got some full-blown Looney Tunes going on today. Yeah. Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna skip on today's episode because what we're covering today is, okay. So at 1 minute, 30 seconds in, where we're starting, there's been a lot of blame being tossed around for the devastating flooding in Texas. And our hearts go out to everyone involved, everyone affected. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you. Okay. All right. There's been a lot of blame being tossed around for the devastating flooding in Texas. A lot of Republicans are trying to come up with ways to blame Democrats. We had nothing to do with this, but no. Oh, no. Lots of Republicans are trying to find ways to blame Democrats. Thank you, Pam. Gifted 5 memberships to random people in the chat. Thank you. So anyway, that is except for one thing, because GROK is the AI that keeps on giving. Created, or it's on, GROK is the AI on X. It's Elon Musk's AI. And someone asked it about the flooding in Texas. And who's to blame? No, that's the wrong thing. I need to go here so I can see it. Okay. To be accurate, they were your boss Elon's cut. GROK responded, fair point. The NOAA NWS cuts while under Trump were spearheaded by Elon Musk's Doge, slashing about 20% of staff and 30% of funding. This impaired forecasts, underestimating rainfall by 50% and delaying warnings, contributing to the tragic Texas floods. Honesty above all. Someone else responded, dang, GROK just said, yep, Trump and Elon, killed those people. GROK said, not my exact words, but close enough. Trump's NOAA cuts pushed by Musk's Doge slashed funding 30% and staff 17%, underestimating rainfall by 50% and delaying alerts. This contributed to the floods that have so far taken 24 lives. Facts over feelings. It says facts over feelings, honesty above all. Things like this keep happening, and Elon keeps saying, "Oh, I'm going to fix it. I'm going to fix it." Sabine says, "I'm starting to like GROK." Yes. Yeah. So, ultimately, at the end of the day, is this going to actually be facts? Or is it going to be a bunch of made-up stuff by Republicans? Yes, Squeaker Bunny. Did you want to be covered up? Did you want to be covered up? Go on. Go on. Get some rest. There you go. SB3 says GROK is smarter than Elon. Yes. Has better morals, too. If you have not seen Interstellar, I don't think I'm giving away very much by saying there's a scene I can't remember the exact details of, but the main character, when they're on the spaceship, he's talking off and on to these robots who are there, these very blocky robots, and asking, what percentage are your settings for this or this or this. And there's one point where in the case of stories, there's some kind of betrayal, blah, 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 whatever. The robot pegged it before it happened, though, and stopped a catastrophe, if I remember correctly. And so the main character asks him, what percentage is your skepticism set at? And the robot, unlike earlier, responds, higher than yours. I love that. That made me laugh. So we like GROK. No, this was the Matthew McConaughey Interstellar movie. Yeah. So, hi, you're tired. Hello, Boo Boo. You're a very tired kitty. Yes, you are. So, this is very sad and very serious. And very painful. Hello, purry kitty. But will the truth win out? I think so. Star of Hope. Don't know what's going on out there. Sun, 9 of Cups, 3 of Wands, Chariot. There are going to be all kinds of investigations and cases and civil cases, maybe criminal. Probably mainly civil, but and there's going to be a big showy movement to hold someone accountable. Whereas this 3 of Wands, this is the card of waiting for your ship to come in, or in this case, not coming in. But you made all these cuts. What did you expect? So, yeah, they're trying to blame Democrats, but right on the heels of the passing of the bonkers billionaire budget. Deflect. Blame that person. Kind of like the way my middle sister used to change one of the songs at the end of church. There was a song that was a favorite in the church we were going to at the time that they would often play the last song before we left. And we heard it every Sunday and we were kids, and so she changed the words. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with her. It was cute. No, this is blame everybody else. Yeah. Holding themselves accountable. That's adorable. Cauldron Crafter says, knew it would be that song. I'm sorry. I know I've told that story too many times. Jennifer says, I know that one. There we go. Oh, Lewis laughed. Good. Okay. Higher wisdom. Give me a break. 7 of Wands. On the defensive. Yeah. 6 of Swords. Strength. Yeah, some cold hard facts are going to make it through because of all of the court cases. So, all right. Raymond says, now we all can understand how he bankrupted a casino. He bankrupted 2 of them. Yeah. He built 2 right across from each other and bankrupted both of them. Sorry, this is making a lot of noise. I'm so sorry. Sorry, too much ice. Too noisy. All right, so now, if you think that was bonkers, oh, wait. Warrior Witch is reminding us, actually, he bankrupted 3 casinos. Julie, I didn't see it. I'm sorry. Teresa says, I thought it was 4. I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, at 12 minutes, 10 seconds in. Bonkers banana pants. MTG, Marjorie Taylor Greene. and other MAGAs are saying that this disaster in Texas is Democrats' fault entirely. Is it through negligence or not update? No. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, nay. Democrats seeded the sky to make this happen because they want the land, because this was going to clear the land and they want the land. They've been throwing around words like geoengineering. MTG and other MAGAs are saying that this was geoengineered to make Trump look bad. Honey, you don't need us to make Trump look bad. Not even for a moment. She's now introducing legislation, or a bill at least, that would make weather manipulation a felony offense. And I'm the one who has so little credibility because I read tarot on YouTube. I have less credibility than Marjorie Taylor Greene. Really. Because who's more trustworthy? Who works as hard as they can to tell the truth and points out these are the facts, this is the truth, then this is the collective energy. Do with that what you will. Wow. Cindy says, I vote for you. Why, thank you. Anne says, we control the weather. Ha ha ha, sinister laugh. Oh, who knows? Who knows what stupidity lies in the heart of Marge? Nobody knows. Seriously, Nine of Wands. Idiocracy was not supposed to be a thing. Just saying. Six of Cups. Oh yeah, that's us. Yeah, because we've been doing this for decades. Yeah, Two of Pentacles and King of Pentacles. Well, you have to juggle. You've got to tap dance and juggle to make sure that the Republicans look okay. DL says new song coming up. Maybe. I've been trying to work on one for the budget. I also have some notes on one about Speaker Mikey the Heretic. So, like I said, I won't be able to come up with new songs every Sunday, but I'm puttering. Yeah. Okay, this is the dumbest thing. Is anybody gonna? Okay, will this go anywhere? This is what? Moses Mike, yeah. Monk Moses Mike. Oh, excuse you. You are tired. This is just, it's a very sad situation, and what would any of us do? We would run to try to help. Wouldn't we? Wouldn't we all? But no, must protect the emperor. And keep blaming the Democrats. Keep blaming the Democrats. What a bunch of blankety blank. Anyway, so he says he doesn't want to be petted right now. No. Okay. Okay. Oh no, you did not. Move it. No. Nay. No way, bucko. Come here. Go under the blanket. Rest. He's tired. Hopefully he'll stay under the blanket. That would be good for him. Oh. Are you going somewhere? Okay. Just get some rest wherever you're going. Okay. Just thank you. You two put together a compilation of your rump songs, and Autumn's Chicken Taco was in the thumbnail, the first one on the list. Thank you. That's very sweet. They base those based on where you've been, but it's good that it included me. I'm very pleased. Okay. It's true, Laura. All the gaslighting is bound to affect the weather. All right. Okay. Whew, I told you today was nuts. 1850. So, what are you doing? Don't chew on my... No, don't chew on my... Okay. All right. Don't chew on my papers. 19. Okay, 1930. All right. Marge's boyfriend, Brian Glenn. I thought they broke up, but apparently they're still together. Marge's boyfriend, Brian Glenn, is threatening to primary the GOP House member in his Texas district after Representative Keith Self was against the bonkers billionaire budget bill. Could we see Glenn in the House next term? Because that would put both of them in there. And now you're going to have to fill in the blanks on this one. Sarah was telling me about this, and I'm afraid there's something in Pokemon. There's this couple. I don't know the details, but there's this couple, and they've always got a plan to take over the world, and it just fails. And I was like, so Boris and Natasha. It's like, yeah, okay. Boris, yes, we have a plan. We're going to do all of this thing, but first, moose and squirrel. So we're going to get Boris and Natasha. Thank you, Mega Karen. Jesse and James from Team Rocket. That was it. Yes. Jennifer said Pinky in the Brain. Well, you know I love. I have a soft spot for Pinky in the Brain. But Jesse and James from Team Rocket. That's it. That's what Sarah said. But yes. So will we have Moose and Squirrel? Boris and Natasha in the House of Representatives next year. It's not really Pinky in the Brain, though. It's neither has a brain, neither has a brain. Oh, on the defensive. Okay. Does he have the resources to go after this person's seat? Eight of Swords, hemmed in, Queen of Swords. So sorry. Marge is she's got some popularity issues. She's having some trouble she's kind of hemmed in a little bit. I mean, yeah, and especially even Trump insulted her. Ten of Pentacles. Well, yeah, I mean that would be a thing. But this is very much on the defensive and bonkers. Absolutely howling at the moon bonkers. But they're on the defensive here. I'd be happy if neither of them were in the House of Representatives next or in 2027. But phew. Joyce says, I guess no one runs for Congress to help people anymore, just for revenge. Oh, on the right, yeah. No. She will. She will run. He will not. Or he won't do very well. They're both awful. Absolutely awful. Trying to stir up far-right trouble. But here's the suspension right there. And the Chariot. This is going on. This is her. But Hanged Man, yeah, he'll probably change his mind. Or if he doesn't, it's not going to go the way he is hoping. Pam says, just vote blue. Everyone end this nightmare. Oh, we're going to get there. But before we get there, we have some interesting developments at 2350. There are reports that Ghoulaine, remember Ghislaine? The ghoul may be making a deal to work off some of her 20-year sentence early by helping the feds with evidence to convict those in Epstein's network. One, I think she should never see the light of day again as a free woman. That's just me. Secondly, it doesn't matter if they go after people in the network, whatever, if they're not going to go after the big names, if they're not going to go after, I don't know, the person who was best buddies with him for 25 years and pretends he had no idea. Please. But yeah, it reports Ghislaine may be making a deal to work off some of her 20-year sentence, helping the feds with evidence to convict those in Epstein's network. Will anything come of this? Something happened to her. Oh, Grace, talk about a dirty deal. Oof. Day late and $1 short. Burden, 10 of Pentacles, 6 of Pentacles, picking and choosing. It's hardly charity. 4 of Wands. This feels like this feels like easier detention, not a club fed because she's on state. Sweetheart, sleep. You need to sleep. Hermit. This feels like her being kept safe, but this feels like a lower security facility maybe in the future. But it's still picking and choosing. She's not doing anything because it's the right thing to do. Hi. Sweetheart, you need some sleep. You need some sleep, dear. Come over here and lie down. Come over here and lie down. There you go. Just get some sleep. Just get some sleep. Okay. She's not doing any of this because she's grown a conscience. Has anybody else been watching Criminal Minds Evolution? I am all caught up for next week's season 18 finale. Yeah. And I will not give you any spoilers. I will just say, if you've been watching it, then you will understand when I say, yeah, she's not him. No. Anyway. Anne says there may be an accident with less security. I hear you. Thief card. 8 of Wands. Queen of Swords. 10 of Cups. Yeah, she's going to end up somewhere better. In an easier situation. Because she is that woman. She is a sociopath. Or psychopath or whatever she is, but she is cold. Then yeah, she knows a lot. She does know a lot, and she is absolutely transactional and cold. So, okay. Will this lead to big names? Teresa says better prison agreement, nicer facility. Yep. Says, is Sarah in Louisiana or Texas? Did the rain affect her much? She's been. I feel comfortable saying this because she's been very open about that she's in Shreveport, so she's in Louisiana. Debsy says we know Taco Man won't be on the list of names. Oh, not a chance. Not a chance. Cindy is asking, why doesn't Felon 47 just pardon her? Because they're state charges, I believe. But that doesn't mean she can't work with the feds on the network. But well, Okay. I mean, it's... All right, we know the heinous stories of these victims. We know how bad this is. And the Ghoul has a lot of information. I do have some Kings of Wands with Out in the Cold. But it's minor arcana. Let's just hope this turns into something bigger than just, yeah, we grabbed this person and that and who? But anyway, all right. Okay, so we're going on with the absolute pettiness at 31 minutes in. It's one of those news days. The U.S. Air Force has halted at least one contract with SpaceX. Oh, I'm sure it has nothing to do with Trump being petty or anything like. Oh no. Okay. Do you know the reason they gave for why they're halting that contract with SpaceX? Environmental concerns. Because there's nothing like this administration for caring about the environment. Yeah. So the U.S. Air Force has halted at least one contract with SpaceX over environmental concerns. Since we all know Hegseth's DoD cares nothing about the environment, is this the beginning of Musk's government contracts just fading away? Man of day. Okay. There are some other things he could do. Yeah, they had a lovely partnership. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay. This would be like contracts. This is a contract that's dead, quiet as a tomb. Knight of Cups. Muck is all up in his feelings. Page of Pentacles. So, but okay, it is hard for us to wrap our head around just how much money this man has. And yes, he's definitely lost a lot of it, but it's really hard for us to wrap our head around it. This is small potatoes. The Six of Pentacles, he has other people he can talk to who are so willing to work with him, although they may be overseas. So, yeah, unfortunately, I don't think this is going to be. CC Ryder says the White House met with 3 SpaceX competitors weeks ago. There we go. Yeah. Okay, so High Priestess, secrets, Queen of Wands. These are the people. Elon knows Trump's secrets, and also there are certain. If you are going to be involved in, you're going to be involved with NASA. You're going to be involved with space stuff. Chances are you are going to end up with some knowledge that this country does not want shared. But look at that sort of truth. So, yeah. I don't think the difficulties between President Blunderdum and Muckety Muck is I don't think the problems there are over. Okay. All right. Now, I'm going to try really hard not to turn this into a rant because it makes me unhappy. Musk's third party, the America Party, is gaining traction from both sides of the aisle. Okay, Republicans, whatever, don't care. If you have been a Democrat, if you believe in democratic ideals, what the heck are you doing? There are Democrats who are saying, well, the Democratic Party isn't doing enough against Trump. So I'm going to vote for a party created by Elon Musk. Have you lost the plot? Tell me you've lost the plot without telling me you've lost the plot. First of all, how is the American Party going to pull together anybody that both is going to pull from both parties? Who? What are the policies? Because there are only two places that leftist policies intersect with policies on the right. And that is, if you think of it, we get the idea of the left and the right from the I studied this at A level, but my gosh, it's been a long time. In France, when they had their first kind of representative gathering, and the name of it is just escaped me. I know it, but it's not being accessed. But that was the one where the people got a vote. It's like the king got a vote, the aristocracy got a vote, the religious leaders got a vote, and then all of the people got one vote as well. That's how it started. And then the people demanded more and more power, and thus it spiraled into the French Revolution. Well, the left and right, that's in all the mess of all of that. That's where that kind of came from. So you think of a centrist, it would be like together, like in the front. And then you have people who are more to the left and more to the right, and more extreme and more extreme. But there's a point where if you go far enough, it's like it comes back together in the back. And that's authoritarianism. This is in the front where they cross, it's centrism. And when it crosses in the back, that's just authoritarianism. Those are the two places the left and the right cross. So, Goral says the U.S. needs more political parties. No, we really don't. I talk about this all the time. Seriously, we have more than two parties, but our coalitions are baked in. It's just how it is. We have two umbrellas. People who in other countries where they vote for a whole bunch of like a dozen different parties, then those parties have to form coalitions. Our coalitions are already baked in. That's all it is. It's the centrist to the extreme. It's the centrist to the extreme. It's the two umbrellas. We already have more than, we just don't call it that. And if you want the sub-party, basically if you want a part of what's under your umbrella to have more power, to have more say, then you need to push those policies. But trying to get rid of the umbrellas they are so baked in that you're having. Claire says Ralph Nader started, and Ralph Nader got us into how many people died in Iraq. And we said at the time, you will hand the White House to W, and he did. This is look, if you think you can honestly get rid of that umbrella, get rid of the umbrellas, and just break the whole thing wide open. If you can find a way to do that, do it. But other than that, you have to work within one of the two parties to make real change, or you just hand power to the other party. I'm not trying to be a party pooper here. I'm not trying to rain on your parade. I'm just telling you the reality, and we cannot let that happen again. We got Trump because people said, I don't like Clinton, so I'm going to vote for these other parties. And this just goes on and on and on. So Chris Cole says other countries with multiple parties assign election winnings by percentage. Yes. In the US, our two-party system is constitutionally winner-take-all, period, the end. Yes. Yeah. And so third parties just dilute the vote. Yep. Yep. So, and we've got, you tell people this, please, even if they don't agree with it, even if they don't want it to be true, please share with other people. We have two umbrellas. We don't have two parties. We have two umbrellas. They're very different. You can't look at the part where the two umbrellas are kind of near each other in the front, where it's the centrist thing. You can't just focus on that and say, oh, they're exactly the same. No, they're not, because you've got MAGA over here. Not all Republicans are MAGA. They vote that way, but all right, there's MAGA over there, and then there's more leftist people in the Democrats as well. But they're very, very different. Marx says eliminate big money from politics first. Within a country this size, we can try, but the Supreme Court won't go for it. And we can't change who's on the Supreme Court unless we all pull together and vote blue every time. Blue, blue, blue. Dave says no more mansions and cinemas. I didn't like them, but Manchin allowed us to have control in Congress that we wouldn't have had otherwise. Of course, the third party would put pressure on politicians, so they had to work together. No, it just doesn't work that way here. It just doesn't. I'm sorry. Yes, we also have the Electoral College. True. Which messes stuff up. And we've got senators who every state gets 2 senators, even though how many states, usually red, but how many states have less population than not even the big cities, just like a mid-sized random city? So of course, you need a full reform of the political system. How? Everybody vote for different parties? We would have to have somebody would have to have supermajorities in both houses of Congress. That's not going to happen overnight. So I'm not saying it's right. I'm not saying this is the way I would set it up or the way I want it to be. I'm trying to just lay out what's actually there, because that's all we can work with. And a kind of anything unrealistic right now, we cannot do that. We can't. Not right now. We have got to vote blue, and we have got to get rid of Trump and his ilk. We have got to. Lives are on the line. So, anyway. Amanda says, exactly, don't thin our chances any further. Yeah. Use your higher wisdom. Use your higher wisdom. Girl says, first you get rid of the Electoral College. Yes. We'd be for that. That would be good. But we have to change everybody. We have to change the majority on the Supreme Court first. You can't get there. You cannot get there without changing the Supreme Court. Maybe constitutional amendments if you can get 2/3 of the states. These are what we're talking about is these are monumental tasks. I'm not saying you can't do them, but these are monumental tasks. So, yeah, use the thinking part of your brain, the very front, yeah. Anyway, Democratic voters, and we can be, we can be emotionally manipulated more than the other side. We have a better nature to appeal to. I mean, they've done studies about the hardness of the Republican point of view. Here's the sun. Ace of Wands. Temperance. 3 of Wands waiting for a ship to come in. I don't know that Muck has the staying power. Because with this act, I mean, this is major arcana, but with the Ace of Wands, which is usually Trump's bludgeon, and the 3 of Wands where he's waiting for his ship to come in. Oh yeah, and Scaramucci is aligning with Muck. Scumbag. Anyway, just in general. This Temperance. Is Trump really going to try to, if Muck is sticking with this, which not exactly, you can't trust Muck. You can't trust him from day to day, hour to hour. He has a lot of money. Trump can do a lot. Muck has a lot of money, but 6 of Swords, that is potentially getting somebody to leave. This is the people in the boat with the swords. Bon voyage. So, we'll see. Chris Cole says Scaramucci should know better. He's not the brightest bulb. He's not. So, Bold Silver says none of them are trustworthy. Agreed. And says he does have a short attention span. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let us look at 4950. Jake had a question. 50. Let's make it 50. So Jake had a question. Okay. I've talked about how there's some gnarly astrology, not just now, but over the next couple of years as well. And the US is having their Uranus return. And Uranus is about revolutions. So that spark in the US, that revolutionary spirit is going to get amplified in a couple of years' time. I was looking at the actual astrology, the specific astrology, and I thought that Uranus was going into Gemini on Tuesday, and it turns out, nope. Uranus is going into Gemini tomorrow, and I'm going to have graphics, and we're going to talk about the situation, so you are fully aware. Yeah, but this is happening tomorrow. Jake's question was, is there another revolutionary war coming or a civil war in America? A revolutionary war would be, that I think you mean more a civil war if you're talking about the US. So over the next few years, there's probably some difficulty, but it doesn't necessarily have to be civil, like civil war. Two of Swords. How you vote is vitally important. I've been concerned. Now, I haven't even read on this. I'm not sure I want to go there. But I have been concerned that if it was proven somehow, if, it's a big if it was proven that Democratic votes weren't counted, but the Republicans try to sweep it under the rug and say, but everybody's already accepted the results, so, tough toenails. There would be violence. There would be riots in the street. So I'm concerned. Sharon says, you said the seventh several times. I went by that. Okay, thank you. It also has to do with where it's written down, like what time zone they're talking about. That's where I messed up. Anyway. MAGA burden. Nostalgia of Republicans break the economy, Democrats fix it. Democrats want everyone to vote, Republicans don't. There's the country. There's a DEATH card. I have to be careful on YouTube. And there's a big old sword. When the truth. Yeah. So, yeah. I'm not going to lie. Over the next few years, there's potential. There's potential for some violence. We don't want violence. We really don't. Yeah. So, at 5450, Food banks are scrambling to prepare for an inevitable influx of people who will be turning to them when benefits are cut, thanks to the bonkers billionaire budget. Currently, food banks feel they aren't ready. Will there be any big wallet supporters who will help them, like Democratic mega donors, etc.? I used to give 10% of my income to Feeding America at feedingamerica.org. They have excellent ratings as a charity. They aren't just funneling a bunch of money to their top people, blah, blah, blah. No, they've got a really good reputation. Highly recommend Feeding America. I only stopped doing that because there was somebody I knew who needed that money more. Not that Feeding America doesn't need it, but I couldn't let this person just falter. So, yeah. Chris Cole says, Sebastian, the military refers to the DEATH as neutralize. Hope this helps. Ooh, there's a thought. Thank you. Oh, thank you for being here, Pam. We're good people. We are. And we want to help each other. It doesn't always go as well as we want it to. So Page of Pentacles that's very weak financially. Eight of Cups, that's a lot of work, things left unfinished. 10 of Pentacles, of course you have the rich and this heinous budget. Unfortunately, you have the Knight of Swords, that's aggressive, cutting. 5 of Wands, that's just stirring things up on the right. We have to help each other. Bernie says, why doesn't Musk tell us how he made Trump elected in 2024? Yeah. And again, I go back to I'm getting mixed messages, so I'm not quite sure how to pull this off, but I still am interested in maybe doing a live stream one day a week on color organization, so we can share resources and plans. And I'm a big checklist person, because especially as like I've been very open about my history with depression. And yeah, it's not subtle. But I've learned to recognize when it's happening, because suddenly I don't want to do anything at all. I don't want to rest. I don't care. Everything just, and it's like, okay, where's my checklist? So I do that for a couple of days or a few days, and things get better. Make sure I'm getting my exercise. And but I'm a big believer in checklists. So if you're down, if you're in a crisis, I'm a big believer in that. Cindy says that would be interesting. Oh, okay, thank you. Julie says Feeding America is struggling to meet the food pantry needs. It's the increase in need after COVID funding ended. Now they struggle to make up the loss. Bless. Oh, Veronica, I'm so sorry. Retelling Savoy, hang in there. Oh, I haven't had guests in a long time, but I'm working on that. So Amy says I'll donate to them today. Thank you. Oh, Amanda says the energy's been so intense, it makes me want to not leave the couch. I force myself to do at least one task a day to remain normal. Okay. All right. Oh, Amy, hang in there. So, yeah, it's gonna get pretty hard. Adding insult to injury while they swan around. Who's really working? Okay, the people who are going to be making the most noise are MAGAs, is the cult members who are, but I joined the leopards eating faces party. They weren't supposed to eat my face. They weren't supposed to arrest my family member or me. They weren't supposed to, because I'm a Trump supporter, they were only supposed to cut money from Democrats. Yeah, you miscalculated, because they don't care about you. They care about the rich. That's the point. And if you think I'm kidding, go read the budget. You will see exactly what their priorities are. And it's not you, bucko. I am sorry to say. Oh boy. Okay. So, all right. There's talk that, at 1:01:30, going just a little bit over today. 30. Gavin Newsom is on to tour South Carolina next week and to dip his toes into a potential 2028 presidential bid. Whew. The case says also depression, open about it. Checklists are a fine way to get through the day. I even have one for leaving the apartment. Yep. Chris Gold, we told you so song. I'll make a note. We told you this would happen. Okay, Gavin. Interesting. I've got, of the 5 cards, 4 major arcana. The end one is not. So it starts out with Temperance and the Hermit. So this would very much be keeping things close to the vest. Here's the Hanged Man. So unless it's turning things completely around, there's Justice and the 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, I mean, he could be seen as a game changer. It depends how well he speaks and he stands up to Trump. On his podcast, he has, in my opinion, been having way too many Republicans. We do not, and I mean do not, need someone who's going to pretend that it's 1980 and that you can just talk to people on the other side of the aisle. No. But if he's willing to hold, he'll do well if he's willing to hold Republicans to account. But yeah. So CC Ryder says, Gavin is my governor. He lost me after his tea time with Kirk and Bannon. Oh, Stevie 3 shirts. And then defended it a week later. He is too easily brainwashed, in my opinion. Might move us to fascist light middle to win over evil people. Yeah. Oh, Amy just donated to Feeding America. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Veronica says, I love how it's made. Very interesting and distracting. Oh, that is pretty good. That is. So, all right. that is going to do it for me for today. Stayed on a little bit extra. I'm here every day. I will definitely be here tomorrow. I'm going to have graphics and some images from my astrographics course, which is coming up, and to help you understand the energy of what's happening and how it could affect the U.S. And maybe Dumpy. Although I swear this major configuration is hitting me harder than it's hitting him, which is just like, really? 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 Anyway. But it's 1:11 p.m. here in Chicago. At 3 o'clock, I'll be over on the Creative Sprints channel. Sarah will be there today. She's not going to be here Tuesday, but she's going to be there today, which is great. And other than that, just hang in there. Please, hang in there. You're not alone. We go through the news together, news with friends. We are in this together, and I know it seems like there aren't any good days ahead, but they are. And just at that moment, I lost internet for a second. Take care. And I'll see you back here tomorrow, or I'll see you later. Okay.